Welcome to Central News on TV Central. Lunchboxes and what goes in them has been in the headlines lately, with supposedly healthy options found to be high in sugar. Stacey Hancock, holistic nutritionist, spoke with Anne-Marie to talk creative and nutritious lunchboxes.
Stacey, welcome to Central News. Research has proven that too much sugar is not good for the human body, yet the sugary processed foods keep appearing on the supermarket shelves and making their way into our children's lunchboxes. Where does the responsibility lie for this?
That's a very good question. I personally believe the responsibility lies with the caregivers because, they are caring for their children. We can point the finger at things like supermarkets and advertising on TV and things like that, but at the end of the day, you're voting with your dollars. Every time you make a purchase, you are telling them that that's what you want in the stores. So they're not responsible. We're the ones spending the money. As a caregiver, we are responsible for what we're caring our children with the food. But to that end also, we're also responsible for learning about what is correct. So it all falls on the caregiver, in my opinion.
Is it all about good choices? Like, parents have a really good opportunity to teach good choices with lunchboxes, and is that all it comes down to?
I don't think so. It is about good choices, definitely, but I think if you go back further, it's about working out and finding out why are the good choices not even being made. I mean, I don't know if you remember back to old school lunches where your sandwiches and your banana were kind of warm by lunchtime and, you'd be inclined to leave it. So, there's a key reason there. Processed foods don't do that in a lunchbox. We need to understand more about why these things keep popping up, and then we can start to work on some strategies.
Some say that eating healthier is more expensive than eating the processed foods. Would you agree?
In some cases, I actually do agree, and I know a lot of nutritionists don't tend to. So I was thinking about this the other day. Now, imagine a family of 4, and you want them to eat 5+ a day, and so let's say that's about a half to 1 cup, depending on the size of the person. That's going to be 70 to 140 cups a week. Not really practical. And, you can do the frozen stuff, but, the biggest bags of frozens are your peas, carrot, corn mix. Only one of those things is an actual vegetable.
Let's talk about the sugar, or the fructose, that's found naturally in fruits and vegetables. Because sometimes fruits get a bad rap. Somebody said, bananas are bad for you. They're too high in potassium. I was like, too high in potassium? There are so many confusing messages.
I know. Basically, if it came from nature, it was packaged exactly the way the human body needed it. And we see that through all species on the planet. The food chain, that would be all I say on it. The fructose in fruit is not the same as the fructose in soda, which is high fructose corn syrup, which comes from corn.
So research shows that well-fueled children have better concentration and higher energy levels. What should go into an ideal lunchbox?
Well, ideally we should have a bit of protein in there, some fat, some fibre and some carbs. So the carbs are going to fuel the brain, the protein and the fat and the fibre, they're going to slow the rate of the release of the sugar, so you're actually going to be sustained for longer. And if I can just offer an example of a friend that I had at school, she had the most amazing sandwich. It was about that big, had to be Glad wrapped to hold it together. Tofu, beetroot, sprouts, I think there might have been cheese, I'm not sure. It was amazing. I asked her for a bite every day, and that's a good, well-balanced sandwich. It was huge. Lots of veggies, protein, and whole grain bread.